How to maintain control in key decisions. The danger of over-reliance on the board for key decisions. As a founder, it's essential to strike a balance between collaborating with your board of directors and maintaining control over the key decisions that will shape your company's future. While the board plays a vital role in providing strategic oversight and guidance, relying too heavily on them for decision-making can lead to a loss of control. If you consistently defer to the board for major decisions, you risk creating an environment where they have more influence over the company's direction than you do. The key is to avoid becoming dependent on the board to approve every strategic move. Instead, founders should establish boundaries that allow them to make important decisions autonomously while using the board as a supportive resource rather than the final authority. Why it's important to maintain decision-making power. Maintaining decision-making power is crucial for founders because it preserves their vision for the company. As the person who initially shaped the company's mission, you have the deepest understanding of its long-term goals. If you relinquish too much control to the board, their priorities, often focused on short-term gains or profitability, may not always align with the company's original vision or purpose. Founders must ensure they retain the power to make strategic decisions about the company's growth, expansion, and market positioning, hire and fire key personnel, especially leadership roles like the CEO or senior executives. Set the company's overall direction, including its mission, culture, and long-term goals. Without this control, there's a risk of the board imposing decisions that shift the company away from its original purpose, potentially leading to internal conflicts or, in extreme cases, the founder's removal. Structuring a balance of power between the founder and the board. To maintain control while leveraging the board's expertise, it's important to structure a clear balance of power. This can be done through legal agreements, voting rights, and role clarity within the company. Here's how you can create a balanced structure. Define decision-making boundaries. Clearly outline which decisions are solely under the founder's authority and which decisions require board approval. For instance, routine operational matters could be handled by the founder, while significant capital expenditures or mergers might involve the board. Maintain veto power. In some cases, founders can retain veto power over major decisions that could significantly impact the company's direction. This ensures that even if the board proposes a course of action, you have the authority to block it if it doesn't align with the company's vision. Implement founder-friendly voting rights. Another way to maintain control is through founder-friendly voting structures, where the founder holds more voting rights than other shareholders or board members. This setup allows you to maintain the final say on major decisions, even if the board disagrees. The role of the board in supporting the founder. The board's role should be one of guidance and support, not unilateral control. By keeping the board engaged as a valuable advisory team, you can tap into their expertise without handing over too much control. Here are some ways to engage the board effectively. Involve them in strategic planning. Use the board's experience to help craft long-term strategies for growth, but ensure that the ultimate decision-making authority remains with you. Seek their input on major risks. Boards are excellent at identifying potential risks and providing risk management strategies. Invite them into discussions on how to mitigate threats, but retain the power to make the final call on how to proceed. Foster open communication. Build a transparent relationship with the board by regularly updating them on progress and challenges. When they feel involved, they're less likely to intervene unexpectedly, and they'll trust your leadership more. Avoiding a power struggle. A common mistake many founders make is turning the relationship with the board into a power struggle. This happens when there's a lack of clarity on roles, or if the board starts encroaching on the founder's decision-making authority. It's essential to set clear boundaries from the start and communicate openly with the board about their role as advisors, not decision-makers. Prevent power struggles by clarifying roles early. Ensure everyone understands where their authority begins and ends. This will prevent the board from overstepping into operational or strategic decisions that should be under your control. Building trust. The more the board trusts your leadership and your decisions, the less likely they will be to challenge your authority. Trust is built by delivering results and showing transparency. Conclusion. Maintaining control in key decisions is vital for any founder who wants to protect their vision and leadership within the company. By structuring a clear balance of power between yourself and the board, you can ensure that your voice remains central to the company's direction while still benefiting from the board's expertise. Establish decision-making boundaries, retain veto power when necessary, and foster open communication to create a collaborative, trusting relationship with your board without giving away too much control.